There is a couple of comics that have been on my list to read, and one of those is called Something is Killing the Children by James Tivian. And I may have said his name wrong. James Tivian? Anyway, Tivian. Anyway. I'm a fan of him. I actually liked his Detective Comics run. I think his Batman run was okay, but I really enjoyed his Detective Comics run. Some ways I think he could secretly, even though I think he's a good writer, I do think some ways he could secretly be what's ruining some of our comics. Specifically, possibly what they did to Tim Drake. But that's neither here nor there. I always thought he wrote Tim Drake well. But, that's a whole other story. But a lot of these writers have taken themselves outside of DC and Marvel and started writing their own comics. And it seems like this gentleman is getting a good payday because of Netflix. So we're going to look at the article and we're going to talk about it. 5 years after Netflix inked their first ever European overall series deal with dark creators Baron Beau Adore, and I'm not going to say the last one. I'm going to mess that up and I apologize. The studio has re-upped with the duo in a splashy 8-figure pact we can reveal. The German writer-creators who most recently made big-budget mystery drama 1899 for the streamer. Let's pause real quick. I really liked Dark. They did a show called Dark that was really good. I liked it. 1899, me and my fiance started watching it, and we both kind of agreed after like the first 2 episodes. We were like, yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done. We didn't want to watch it no more. So she specifically didn't want to watch it, but I wasn't that impressed with it either. So are now turning their attention to comic book adaptation Something is Killing the Children, which they joined Boom Studios, which also has a deal with Netflix. Which I think Boom Studios has been doing a really good job with comics recently. I don't buy all their comics. I'm waiting. I'm going to buy their Ninja Turtle and Power Rangers comic together in a volume. I kind of skipped out on getting the issues because my comic book store does not get their books. So, can only do so much. And I only get like a few. I only get a couple of DC comics. That's it. I get all the Robin characters besides Tim Drake Robin because they have ruined him. But my favorite characters are the Robin characters. So that's what I've been getting. But anyway, it's right material. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Okay. So here's the full synopsis. When the children of Archer's Peak begin to go missing, everything seems hopeless. Most children never return, but the ones that do have terrible stories, impossible stories of terrifying creatures that live in the shadows. There's only one hope of finding and eliminating the threat, is the arrival of a mysterious stranger who believes the children and claims to see what they can see. Her name is Erica Slaughter. She kills monsters. So, I'm going to leave it right there. We can get into it more, but I actually haven't read. It's one of those comics that I actually have the first volume of, and I am ready to read it, but I have not read it yet. It's on my list to read. I'm excited to read it, but I haven't read it. I actually do like his writing, so I'm open to see how he told that story and if it's good or not. And I'm always up for a very creepy, thriller, investigative, but supernatural kind of story. And so I'm very open to this. And I think what this could do, if this works and if it becomes successful, it could be a huge lesson for maybe Marvel and DC to go, you know what? We have these storylines that people love. Why don't we just make a straight up adaptation of it? If it's animated or live action, why don't we give people a exact adaptation of the story that they love and see how many people will go from that to go and read the comic. I think they might be surprised how many people would be willing to do that if they gave it a chance. But anyway, guys, is this something you've been reading? Are you a fan of James Tivian? What did you think about his Tivian? Like I said, I apologize if I'm getting your last name wrong. what do you think about Something is Killing the Children? Is it a good read? Do you recommend it? Have you read his DC work in the past? How do you feel about that? Did you read his Batman and Ninja Turtles run? I actually did. I thought it was pretty fun. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And guys, like I always say, wherever you're doing, wherever you're going, I hope you're having a good one. Peace.